Yes. Good evening, candidates. This is regarding bank promotion interviews. Many candidates are asking what are the types of questions we can expect, and I am thankful to Bank of Baroda and Union Bank people for sending the type of questions which they have been asked in the earlier years. Now, let me tell you some of the questions. For example, what is your qualification, which branches you have served, what is the special contribution of yours in the present branch. Supposing you are posted as manager of a rural branch, what steps will you take immediately? Then five important current affairs relating to banking industry. What is the deposit or advances or NPA or net profit of your branch? How do you ensure more cooperation from your staff? If a staff member is not responding to your instructions properly, how will you manage? Who is your zonal manager? Which type of work do you prefer, say deposits or advances? Tell about government schemes in which your bank is indulging or taking. Apart from that, tell about SGB, PPF, Sukanya Samriddhi, senior deposit schemes. In the recent budget, what is told about banking? What is told about banking? Then, yeah, I will come to it. Then, what are the other questions? Describe a situation wherein you had motivated a staff member who was reluctant to undertake an assignment. Why should we promote you? What will the organization gain with your promotion? What are your strengths and weaknesses? What do you consider your greatest achievement? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Are you willing to work anywhere, any department in bank? After joining training system, what addition you have made in your educational or professional qualification? That means after joining bank, what additional qualifications? How do you perceive your bank after 5 years? You have experienced physical as well as virtual mode of training. As per you, which one is best and why? If you are appointed as branch manager of a worst performing branch, what steps would you initiate to turn around the branch? To in Yeah, for that, what you can tell is to increase profitability, branch managers should adopt strategies depending on specific problems pertaining to their branch. Bank's profitability basically depends on spread of cost of deposits, yield of advances. CASA deposits should be improved, high value advances to be improved, non-interest income to be increased to plug income leakage, reduce overhead costs, concentrate on NPA AUC recovery, collect undebited interest and amounts from interest not collected account to speed up legal actions under SURFACE Act. What is Monetary Policy Committee? Key takeaway points from recent MPC. MPC is responsible for fixing benchmark interest rate in India. Committee has 6 members, 3 officials of RBI and 3 external members nominated by Government of India. Governor of RBI acts as the chairperson ex officio of MPC. Monetary Policy Committee kept the key interest rates unchanged on February 10 and retained accommodative stance in its first policy meeting after Union Budget 2022. This is the 10th time in a row that Monetary Policy Committee headed by RBI Governor Shakti Kanta Das has maintained status quo. What is the capital adequacy ratio of your bank? Of your bank? What is the gross and net NPA of your bank? What is the PCR of your bank as on December 2021? What is the total business of your bank? that is both deposit advances. What is VRR? Voluntary retention route increased from 1.50 lakh crore to 2.50 lakh crore. What is VRR? Variable rate reverse repo. What is the rate of interest paid by RBI for cash reserves in the form of CRR maintained by banks with it? With effect from March 21, RBI does not pay any interest on cash reserve ratio. What are the present rates of CRR? Bank rate 4.25. CRR is it 3%? Has it been revised? It is given as instead of 4%, it is given here as 3%. Let me check it up. What is the present CRR? Present CRR 4% only. It is wrongly given in this material as 3%. Maybe they have forgotten to revise it. Then SLR 18%, repo rate 4%, reverse repo rate 3.35, MSF 4.25. What do you know about ASBA? ASBA means application supported by blocked amount. It is a term used in capital markets. ASBA is an application containing an authorization of to block the application money in the bank account for subscribing to an issue, an initial public offer or a follow-on offer. If an investor is applying through ASBA, his application money shall be debited from the bank account only his application is selected for allotment after the basis of allotment is finalized. All investors can apply through ASBA in all public issues. Who will get benefited the most when the rupee is value is rising? When rupee is appreciating against major currencies like US dollar, euro, and pound, importers in India will benefit because importers need to pay less rupees for goods and services. Why is government increasing thrust on developing MSME sector in India? The MSME sector provides employment to a large number of people in the lower strata of society. It is a nursery of entrepreneurship for several new ideas. It contributes around 6.11% to the manufacturing GDP and 24.63% of GDP from service activities. It contributes 45% of India's exports. It contributes 45% of manufactured output. They provide a lot of value added product to big industries. So these are some of the questions, and some more questions I think are there. And yeah, let me continue with that, complete it. What is takeout financing? Takeout financing is a method by which commercial banks will be able to provide long term loans to infrastructure projects which typically have duration of 15 years or more. Then, what is doorstep banking? Doorstep banking is a provision of banking services to the premises of customers by banks. That is, now it has been introduced for people above 70 years. How is RBI controlling inflation in India? What is the definition of a willful defaulter? Then what is surety bond? What will be the impact on banking? In the budget 2022-23, government has allowed the use of surety insurance bonds as a substitute for bank guarantees in case of government procurement and also for gold imports. What are virtual digital assets? A virtual digital asset is proposed to mean any information or code or number or token not being Indian currency or any foreign currency generated through cryptographic means. How are virtual digital assets different from digital currency? A currency is a currency only when it is issued by the central bank, even if it is a crypto. However, anything which is outside that loosely, all of us refer to it as cryptocurrency, but they are not currencies. What is DILRMP? Digital India Land Record Modernization Program. What is RAMP? Raising and Accelerating MSME Performance Program. As per economic survey, what is the growth forecast for 22-23? 8 to 8.5%. What is Decahorn? Decahorns are private firms whose value exceeded over 10 billion US dollar. Recently, Swiggy has become the fourth Indian company to earn the tag. Other three companies are Paytm, a fintech, Oyo, a hotel aggregator, and Bijus or Byju's, an edtech. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Dhirendra Kumar. He has given many questions which I have just narrated. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is a very tough question. How to contribute as a mechanical engineer? What you can say is, while studying mechanical engineering itself in the engineering college, we are told about, say, planning, then taking leadership styles, contributing in group behavior, and also being creative. My technical knowledge, coupled with my interest in developing things, will help me. That's a good question. I don't know the reason why they have levied tax on that. See, actually, finance minister has told us next day after budget that though we are taxing, it is not a legal currency. But the point you are telling is correct. An illegal transaction, why it should be taxed? But it is not. It is not a legal currency, but it is not a system by which one can prevent. It is not prevented. For example, smuggling is prevented, but dealing in cryptocurrency is not prevented, so it is taxed. That may be one of the reasons. For example, say teaching over a line like this, is it allowed? Yes. Likewise, something which is not prohibited, it can be taxed. Very good. Any other question, please? Thank you. Many of these questions are useful for our IBPS PO interview also. Thank you. Thank you so much. And for IBPS interview, you know the procedure. Please remit rupees 200 to GPay 900303755 and send your CV to 8072177482. Yeah, 807 to also tell your interview dates, interview date, and date on which you want interview. Okay, please tell. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Best wishes.